Hello, and welcome to The Shadows, a place where stories whisper from the darkness. Today, we're stepping inside one of literature's most infamous haunted houses, a place where the walls themselves seem to breathe, and every floorboard has a story to tell. Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House isn't just a ghost story, it's a chilling descent into the deepest corners of the human psyche. If you love unraveling mysteries, uncovering hidden secrets, and feeling that genuine chill down your spine, then you absolutely need to stick around until the very end. And if you want to join our community of mystery explorers, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a journey into the unknown. Because here, every video is a new door to another world. And today, that door opens onto Hill House. Come inside, before it closes.
Hill House was built in the late 19th century by a wealthy and arrogant man named Hugh Crane. It was not designed as a home for comfort but as a monument to his own pride and self-importance. From its conception, the house was cursed. A worker died during its construction, and Hugh Crane's young daughter vanished on the property shortly before the family moved in. His wife, Sarah Crane, was the first to die within the house, succumbing to a sudden heart attack in the main hallway. A grief-stricken and possibly mad Hugh Crane later hanged himself in the same spot. Subsequent owners and occupants met similarly grim fates, some committed suicide, others went insane, and some simply disappeared. The local townspeople shun the place, whispering that the house is not merely haunted but is itself a living thing of pure malice, walking alone, and that it seeks to draw in new victims to add to its tragic history. Chapter 1. The Invitation and Arrival. Dr. John Montague, an anthropologist and investigator of supernatural phenomena, selects Hill House for a summer-long experiment. He intends to prove the existence of the paranormal through scientific observation. He invites several people known to have had prior psychic experiences. The group that arrives consists of Eleanor Vance, a shy, reclusive, and emotionally fragile young woman who has spent most of her adult life caring for her invalid mother. Her life has been one of loneliness and repression, and she sees the trip as a desperate escape and a chance for connection. Theodora, a vibrant, confident, and seemingly psychic artist from Greenwich Village. She is Eleanor's opposite, extroverted and worldly. Luke Sanderson, the charming but slightly dissolute future heir to Hill House. He is sent by his family to act as the group's host and to ensure no property is stolen. They arrive on a gloomy day. The exterior of Hill House is immediately oppressive. Its angles are slightly off, the windows are blank and unwelcoming, and the surrounding hills seem to close in on it. The front door is heavy and ornately carved. When it opens, the interior is cold and filled with the smell of dust and decay. The huge entry hall features a massive, cold fireplace and a grand staircase leading to the upper darkness. They are greeted by the stern and silent housekeepers, Mr. and Mrs. Dudley, who refuse to stay in the house after dark. On the first night, as Dr. Montague explains his plans, the first phenomena begin, a series of loud, booming crashes against the outer doors and walls, though investigation reveals no source. The house has taken notice of its new guests. Chapter 2, Exploration and Early Phenomena. The next day, the group explores the house. The layout is confusing, with doors that shut on their own and hallways that seem to lead in unexpected directions. The library is full of mildewed books. The drawing room is cold and unwelcoming. The group is assigned bedrooms on the second floor. Eleanor's room, the green room filled with heavy, dark furniture and a faint, sweet smell of perfume. Theodora's room, the rose room next to Eleanor's, brighter but equally strange. The first clear supernatural event occurs when Eleanor and Theodora are in Theodora's room. They hear a terrible, frantic pounding on the hallway door, which stops the moment the door is opened. Later, while holding hands in the dark, they hear a faint, childlike laughter echoing down the hall. The house is testing them, probing their fears. Eleanor begins to feel a strange sense of belonging, a dangerous feeling that the house is where she was always meant to be. Chapter 3, The Writing on the Wall. The phenomena intensify, becoming more personal and targeted. During a tense breakfast, they discover a message scrawled in a red, greasy substance on the hallway wall: "Help Eleanor come home." The message terrifies the group, especially Eleanor, as it proves the force in the house knows her name and is speaking directly to her. Dr. Montague attempts to document everything, but the house seems to toy with them. Doors that were open are found closed, and cold spots drift through rooms. The group's dynamic becomes strained. Theodora's flippant bravery begins to wear thin, and Luke's charm turns to nervous anxiety. Eleanor, however, feels a growing connection to the house's voice, a seductive whisper that promises she finally belongs somewhere. A trip into the overgrown garden reveals a statue of Hugh Crane, his face eroded into a featureless, menacing blank. Chapter 4, The Night of the Terror. The most terrifying night occurs when the haunting focuses directly on Eleanor. As she lies in bed, she hears the unmistakable sound of something massive scraping and dragging itself slowly down the hallway outside her door. It stops at her door, and she hears a faint, crooning voice calling her name: "Eleanor, Eleanor." Simultaneously, Theodora, in the next room, screams as her room turns icy cold and the walls seem to pulse with a violent, rhythmic beating. The two women cling to each other in terror until the sounds finally fade at dawn. This shared experience bonds them, but also fractures their nerves completely. The house has moved from general scares to a direct, psychological assault on its chosen target. Chapter 5, The Unraveling. Eleanor's mental state deteriorates rapidly. The house's influence consumes her. She becomes paranoid, believing Theodora and Luke are laughing at her and plotting against her. She begins to have waking dreams and recalls more of her own miserable past, which the house uses to isolate her further. The group discovers a hidden room, a nursery, on the second floor. It is filled with broken toys and, most chillingly, the walls are covered in childish scribbles that depict violent scenes. The air in the room is thick with hatred and sadness. It is the epicenter of the house's evil, the room where Hugh Crane's daughter was perhaps kept prisoner or met her end. Dr. Montague's wife and her assistant arrive unexpectedly. Mrs. Montague is a frivolous spiritualist who conducts silly seances with a planchette, which only serves to heighten the tension and highlight the genuine, scholarly approach of her husband. Her presence underscores the real and present danger they are in. Chapter 6, The Final Possession and Escape. The house's goal becomes clear: it wants to keep Eleanor forever. During a final, chaotic scene in the main hall, Eleanor is completely possessed by the house's will. She seems to be in a trance, insisting that she is finally home and that the others are intruders. In a moment of madness, she races up the grand staircase, intending to throw herself from the landing to remain in Hill House forever. The others manage to physically restrain her and forcibly remove her from the house. As Dr. Montague's car speeds down the drive, they all feel a palpable sense of the house's rage and disappointment at losing its prize. Chapter 7, The Aftermath. Eleanor is taken away by her sister. However, the house's pull is too strong. In a final, tragic act of possession, as she is driving away with her sister, Eleanor hears the voice of the house one last time. She seizes control of the car and crashes it into a large tree, killing herself instantly. In her final moments, she achieves her twisted desire to never leave Hill House. The others are left permanently scarred. Dr. Montague's research is a failure, as he could never prove anything. Theodora and Luke are left with lifelong nightmares. The house has won. It has claimed another soul, and its evil continues, walking alone, waiting for its next victim. The narrative closes with the famous, chilling opening lines: "No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Even larks and katydids are supposed, by some, to dream." Hill House, not sane, stood by itself against its hills, holding darkness within.
And so, the story of Hill House ends, or does it? Some say the house still stands, waiting for its next visitor. Perhaps its whispers will even follow you into your dreams tonight. If this journey into the shadows captivated you, if you felt that chill and couldn't look away, then your next adventure awaits. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration into literature's greatest mysteries. We have so many more stories to unravel together. What haunted house should we delve into next? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Remember, some doors, once opened, can never truly be closed. See you in the next video.